Are you ready for the biggest immigration shakeup Australia has seen in years? If you're a skilled migrant, international student, or someone hoping to bring your family to Australia, what's about to happen in 2025 could completely change your plans. The rules are shifting, new opportunities are opening, and some doors may be closing for good. If you don't stay ahead, you could miss out on your chance to secure your future down under. In this video, I'll reveal a surprising trend that most people haven't even noticed yet, one that could give you a real advantage if you act fast. Welcome to Aussie Steps, your trusted source for the latest Australian immigration news and advice. Let's dive into what's changing, why it matters, and how you can make sure you're not left behind. Let's get straight to the headlines. 2025 is shaping up to be a landmark year for Australian immigration. The government has announced a series of sweeping reforms that will impact nearly every major visa category, from skilled migration to student visas and even family reunification. The changes are designed to reshape who comes to Australia, how they qualify, and what their journey will look like. Here's the contrast. In previous years, the focus was on simply filling skill shortages and boosting population growth. Now, the emphasis is shifting toward attracting highly skilled professionals, encouraging regional settlement, and tightening requirements for temporary and student visas. There's also a renewed push for English language proficiency and stricter financial checks for applicants. What you expected, steady, predictable rules has been replaced by a fast-evolving system that rewards those who adapt quickly. In a moment, we'll break down the key trends driving these changes and what they mean for your migration plans. Stay tuned, because understanding these shifts is the first step to staying ahead. So what are the biggest trends shaping Australia's new immigration landscape in 2025? First, there's a clear pivot towards skilled migration, with the government prioritizing applicants who can fill critical roles in healthcare, technology, engineering, and education. Regional migration is also in the spotlight, with new incentives and dedicated visa streams encouraging skilled workers and families to settle outside the major cities. Student visa policies are tightening, with higher English language requirements and more rigorous financial checks, making it essential for international students to plan ahead and demonstrate genuine intent. Family reunification remains important, but processing times and eligibility criteria are being reviewed to ensure only those who meet the new standards are approved. The contrast is striking. Where once the system was more open and flexible, it's now focused on long-term contribution and integration. If you're planning to migrate, understanding these trends and how they differ from previous years will help you position yourself for success. Next, let's look at the specific visa reforms and who will be most affected. The 2025 reforms bring some of the most significant changes to Australia's visa system in recent memory. For skilled migrants, the points system is being recalibrated to favor applicants with advanced qualifications, local work experience, and strong English skills. Occupation lists are being updated, with a sharper focus on sectors facing critical shortages, especially in regional areas. This means some professions may find it easier to qualify, while others could see their pathways narrowed. International students will face stricter entry requirements, including higher proof of funds and more detailed background checks to ensure genuine study intentions. Family visa applicants may encounter longer processing times and additional documentation to prove relationships and financial stability. The impact is clear. Those who prepare early and meet the new standards will have a distinct advantage. If you're in a high-demand field or willing to move to a regional area, your chances could improve. But for others, adapting quickly to these reforms is essential. Up next, we'll explore why these policy shifts are happening now. Why is Australia making such bold moves in its immigration policy for 2025? The answer lies in a mix of economic, social, and political factors. Officially, the government says these reforms are about protecting local jobs, addressing skill shortages in critical sectors, and ensuring that new arrivals can integrate successfully into Australian society. There's also a strong focus on regional development, with policymakers aiming to balance population growth across the country rather than concentrating it in major cities. But here's the reality. Public sentiment has shifted, with growing concerns about housing affordability, infrastructure pressure, and the integrity of the migration system. Myths about migration often dominate headlines, but the real drivers are Australia's need for targeted skills and sustainable growth. Next, let's look at what these changes mean for applicants right now. If you're planning to apply for an Australian visa in 2025, these changes mean you need to be more prepared and proactive than ever before. Application processes are becoming more competitive, and missing even a single requirement could set you back months or even years. For skilled migrants, it's crucial to review the updated occupation lists and ensure your qualifications and English skills meet the new benchmarks. International students should double-check financial documentation and be ready for more thorough background checks. Family applicants must gather stronger evidence of relationships and financial stability as scrutiny is increasing across the board. The FOMO is real. Those who act quickly and adapt to the new rules will have the best chance of success. Don't wait for the dust to settle. Start preparing now. In the next section, we'll explore how these reforms could shape Australia's future and what opportunities or risks may lie ahead. Looking ahead, these immigration reforms are set to leave a lasting mark on Australia's future. On one hand, the focus on skilled migration and regional development could drive innovation, fill critical job gaps, and strengthen communities outside the big cities. This shift may also help ease pressure on housing and infrastructure in urban areas, creating a more balanced and sustainable society. However, there are risks. Stricter requirements could make it harder for some talented individuals and families to qualify, potentially reducing the diversity and vibrancy that have long defined Australia. The real test will be whether these changes can deliver both economic growth and social cohesion. In our final sections, we'll share practical steps you can take to stay ahead and secure your place in Australia's future. To navigate Australia's new immigration landscape, preparation is everything. Start by staying updated with official announcements from the Department of Home Affairs and regularly checking for changes to occupation lists and eligibility criteria. Gather all necessary documents early: skills assessments, English test results, financial statements, and relationship evidence, so you're ready to apply as soon as possible. Consider consulting a registered migration agent for expert guidance tailored to your situation. Be flexible and open to regional opportunities, as these may offer faster pathways and less competition. Most importantly, don't delay. Competition will be fierce, and those who act quickly will have the best chance of success. In our final section, we'll show you how to take the next step and secure your future in Australia. If you're serious about building a new life in Australia, now is the time to act. Subscribe to Aussie Steps for the latest updates, expert advice, and real stories from people navigating these changes. Download our free migration checklist in the description to make sure you're fully prepared. Share your questions or experiences in the comments. We're here to support you every step of the way. Don't let these opportunities pass you by. Your Australian journey starts today. Make it count with Aussie Steps.